Greetings everyone, my name is Etterville, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Mega Man Sunrise. During the last part, I defeated Vine Man, Trance, and Sound Man, so now there are only 3 more Roadmasters remaining. Now, I don't know what the weakness order affiliation is. I'll probably be going after Mirage Man or Haze Man first, as Kunai Man sounds a lot like a ninja, and considering how tough ninjas are in other games, I'll save them up for last. So Mirage is illusions, so probably a lot of fake stuff in Yoko blocks, and Haze is a weather phenomenon, so it could be a whole bunch of things actually. At least we have more unique Roadmaster designs for these, or elements. Instead of the elements before being fire, water, earth, or grass and electricity, now we have ninja, sound, illusions, and weather phenomenon. Sure, we did have weather-based Roadmasters before, but these are a little bit more unique. Let's do Haze. Okay, definitely, he's a jet type Roadmaster. Well, plane type, so as my position goes, yes, this is an air stage. Okay, Haze is a weather-based phenomenon, so another sky or air stage. Okay, fair enough. Hopefully there aren't that many well, I expect a lot of bottomless pits, of course. Here's the sound dash. It apparently works exactly like I expected it. It works exactly like the comet dash, although it seems to be a longer distance. It allows you to dash forward towards a wall or whatever, and as long as it's up, you'll be immune to all enemy damage. In fact, it seems to have a longer range compared to the normal buster. The Comet Dash was in Mega Man Unlimited. Just like the Comet Dash, as long as it's up, you can pierce through enemies and hurt them. But remember, once you get out, you'll take damage. Plus, if the enemy invulnerability or shields are up, you can't hurt them, sadly. Unlike what the Comet Dash was for a certain... oh shoot, I went the wrong way. I'm going to kill myself one more time because I need extra lives for this. But as I was saying, it feels like this is a little bit more useful compared to Comet Dash due to its longer range. But even then, you gotta be a little bit careful while using that. There, I should be able to suicide on this one. Unlike the Comet Dash, the Sound Dash can't really break through certain shielded enemies like Sniper Joe's were. Because in Mega Man Unlimited, if I recall correctly, although it has been several years since I last played it, if you're using the Sound Dash when enemy shields are up or a shielded enemy, you'd still do damage to them. Here, it's not really the case. And it's my fault for getting hit by the Puka Pellies. It's really my incompetence. But as I was saying, this really adds a lot of speedrunning tactics. Oh, and unlike the Comet Dash, if you hit a wall while the Sound Dash is up, you won't actually stop. You'll be suspended in midair until the end of the dash reaches, so you gotta be careful in that regard. With the Comet Dash, if you hit a wall, you would stop, I believe. I saw this owl type of robot back in Mega Man DOS Remake, but I'm not sure where it originated from. I thought it was a custom enemy made by Mega Man DOS Remake, but apparently not. Okay, rush coil time. Let's try this again. Oh lord. I really need more life energy. Of course, I can't aim down enough. I just need to use the spark weapon. I do love the music of this stage. I don't recognize it from any other Mega Man fan game, so I guess it's unused or it's part of a Mega Man game I never played before. Maybe a ROM hack, but who knows. There are a lot of nice Mega Man soundtracks out there on YouTube that haven't been used in any game before, so I suppose it could be one of these. After all, Kevin, one of the creators of over 80 different stage soundtracks, or 100 if I recall correctly, a lot of them are unused in Mega Man fan games, so I suppose this may be one of them, Or another otter. Let's try aiming a rush correctly this time. I expected as much. Let's see. Of course, I still can't open it because I don't have a missile-type weapon. I need a bomb-type weapon in order to load it up. Sadly, I don't have it. Oh well. I will eventually get in one of those Robot Masters. I will. Oh, and I should be using my Robot Master weapons more often. Especially like the Scorch Smelter, considering it does 2 points of damage. And it multi-hits. Too bad I can only have one of these up at once. Oh, can it pierce your enemy shields? Oh no. Yeah, this segment's coming up. I need to time my jumps correctly. Okay, I brought a Pukapelli with me because I needed to get across. Oh, okay, I got it this time. After 4 deaths off screen, or at least 3 off screen, I finally got across. That challenge was a lot more difficult than I made it out to be, mainly because I'm so terrible at timing these jumps. I think I just screwed up that. I need to... damage boost off of it. There we go. I want a damage boost just as an extra case insurance. That's always the safest option. I have several E-tanks in order to get across if necessary. I need to get the rush jet. That's what I was worried about, because I can't really tap jump well. Thank goodness the checkpoint's here. Oh, I almost forgot. Okay, we're back to where I was left off. Now I have 3 lives thanks to a lucky enemy drop. This damage boost off of that. And kill off the owl, and repeat. Gosh, that's way too close for comfort. Is there a way to get Rush Jet closer? Okay, I got it. That was way too lucky. Oh. Darn. It's a spike drop segment, of course. You know what? I'm gonna use the sound dash. That seems to be my best bet to get across. Yep, it is. I really should have been using the sound dash more for this segment, because now I can just circumvent. I can completely ignore gravity for these precise segments. See? Now all these fan segments are much easier because the sound dash will ignore gravity completely. Like I said, I should have been using that all along, and I wouldn't have to expand one continue or get back to the game over screen. Well, the turrets are still annoying because of the less screen real estate to dodge your attacks. Not that difficult of a challenge now. It's just me being incompetent. Ooh, a vertical scrolling segment. We don't usually see. I never really seen these in Game Boy. We never saw these in the Game Boy titles, nor the NES titles. Only in fan games and ROM hacks we saw vertical scrolling. So that's definitely interesting. But seriously, in terms of deaths, Haze Man's stage is becoming the most challenging out of them all. And that's only for 2 specific segments, not overall difficulty throughout the stage. It's just that the spike jump just before the midpoint and getting the E-Tank. Oh, and the Owl segment just after. They require quite much precision. You can do it without damage boosting, but there's such a high chance of dying to instant death that it can be a problem. Ooh, okay, we have a vertical drop, 4 screens. Okay, so it's somewhat similar to Jetman, back in Mega Man Unlimited, his intro. Okay, he's racing towards me. Oh, he's a shield user. Okay, he's flying up. He's gonna be dropping, okay, he's gonna try, okay, he's dropping bombs, just like Jetman, actually. And he fires the Haze, he jumps around, fires the Haze shield, rotates a little bit, and moves around. Okay, straightforward enough, but I need to be sure when he actually releases those. Oh, I forgot he was going to do that. And the bombs, of course, have a radius. Interesting, I didn't expect the Haze Man to be a shield user of this game. I just wonder how useful the Haze shield he has is going to be towards other foes. Okay, so he's... I need to get used to when he's going to stop. He's going to try blindsiding me from the... Okay, from the same side of the screen. And this one's easiest to dodge, of course. Okay. Fair enough. Okay, he's gonna try blindsiding me from this side. Good. Throw the bombs. He's gonna use the Haze shield again, and this. He's gonna try going over me several times, which I completely failed to dodge. And that was my fault, of course. But I got the pattern down. He only has 2 pecks of health left over, so I should be able to do it. Oh boy, this episode is going to be heavily edited. May need to edit out most of my fails in Haze Man's stage. But I will use an E-Tank here if I get too low on health. I really want to get this finished. Oh yeah, I never tried his weakness. If he's a Jetmaster, yep. Of course, it's going to be the Vine weapon. I can defeat him Buster only if I really wanted to, but I want to get this done. There we go. After all, a similar thing happened back in Mega Man Super Fighting Robot and a few other games. After all, leaves block engines of the jet engines, or jet planes, so I suppose that's why Vine Man's weapon is so useful. And so we got the Haze shield, which looked more like the Cloud shield, personally. On to Mirage Man. Heh, a thumbs up. Is that a genie pot as a hat? I'm going to kill myself right now because I need more health. Okay, we have pyramids in the background. Don't mind me, I'm going to end myself because I can't just go ahead with just 0 lives. And we have Power Man's team coming from Mega Man Rock Force. Well, I say Power Man's team, but really it was one of Kevin's original stage teams up for grabs, so... But I just recognize it more as Power Man's team. Okay, Haze shield. How well is it at blocking stuff? Oh good, an extra life, thank you. Thank you. Is it always gonna stay up? No, it goes down after a while. Oh, I didn't want to go there yet. So we have the walking bombs, of course. So we have a pyramid installation or something. Spikes, of course. But of course, sound dash away. No thank you. That's not worth it. I'm not gonna risk my life trying to take that one. Oh hey, alternate path. Oh, whoa, whoa. Thank goodness I actually have the sound dash to skip past most of these obstacles. And my reward is an M-Tank. Nice! Of course I could have just used the rush coil to get across there, but hey, I skipped several parts of the level then. Haze Shield. Nope, Haze Shield will always go down. I forgot it doesn't work against explosive weapons. But it does work against projectile ones. You know what, I'm gonna stand here and see what happens. Apparently those cannonballs can actually drop health and pickups for some reason. As you can see. Now I'm back at full health. And I'll just refill my weapon energy. That was fast. Oh yeah, these explosions are still quite dangerous. But seriously, as long as the shield never gets destroyed, it seems. As long as it's up and... whoa. Yeah, that was my fault. I should have just used Rush Jet. Kinda precise, but hey, it isn't too bad. We have a checkpoint nearby, I think. Yeah, right over there. Come on, Rush. Thank you, Rush. Good dog. Oh, well. This is going really bad now. Hey, shield away. Thank you for the extra life, game. Still, the Haze Shield is great against lightly armored enemies, as well as projectiles that can be destroyed or blocked, but not good against enemies who can resist projectiles. Or not good against enemies who have explosive projectiles or explode on contact, like these. Oh, sorry, I thought there was a pad on the left. A lot of precise jumping here, but that's kind of mitigated with the sound dash. I'm curious, is this his weakness then? It's bound to be, considering how useful it is. Clever. Let's see if I can aim this correctly. Oh! Circuit Breaker can actually stun enemies. That's interesting, so it somewhat works better like a better version of the Spark Shock then. I guess I'll need the sound dash, considering how effective it was in the rest of the stage. But I never really got the gimmick of what this stage is, other than being more of a mechanical pyramid base, with a lot of precise jumping over rolling platforms. Let's see how he fights though. Okay, walks around. He fires. Okay, these will eventually explode unless I actually... oh, mirages. Until I actually able to blow it up myself. And the mirage disappears and he's returned. Interesting. But I think I'll use his weakness now. I'm guessing it has to be the sound dash. I always have the theory that the weapon that's best suited for the Roadmaster stage is best suited, or almost secondary best suited against the boss itself. So, sound dash. Yep, it is. Of course, and it wreaks havoc against its bombs. And I die yet still because I didn't time it correctly. So, yeah, it temporarily makes you invulnerable, so it is the best weapon against his shields. I mean, his explosive weapons. I just need to time it correctly. I'm just gonna use an E-Tank. Even with his weakness, it can be a little bit problematic because of how many bombs he can put up on screen at once. Especially when he has his Mirage up, it can be quite hectic because you have to dodge both the Mirage and himself, otherwise he'll take damage. And because of the sound dash and not being long lasting enough, you will get hurt if you could get out and you hit the Mirage or the bomb. Oh, and apparently he was the bomb-based Roadmaster. Fitting, but at least we can blow up those barriers now, like in Haze Man stage. Let's go after Kunai Man last. I suppose we should have his weakness now. I'm just curious what a ninja will be weak against. I would have assumed that the ninja would be strong against Mirage Man, but after playing the stage, perhaps not. Fitting, we have Japanese aesthetics on the left. We have Sumatrons. And time. Of course, the explosions still hurt you. I could have gotten that E-tank anyway by using rush coil. With the spines, which I fail at. M-bomb. Oh, so it kind of works like the hyper bomb, as in if it doesn't hit anything, it'll stay on the floor for a while, and then eventually it'll explode. So like the hyper bomb in a way, but better of course. Oh. Okay, now these lanterns turn into enemies. Interesting. I'm really close to dying, though. And there was my death. Like before, I'll just kill myself so I can actually survive long enough. I need to have enough lives, at least 2 of them, for the boss fight, or to get through the stage for the first time. Gosh, in relation to the projectiles, enemies deal a lot of contact damage. Alright, let's try the stage correctly this time. Oh, and E-tanks respawn. That's wonderful. The Sumatrons are way weaker than what I remembered them to be back in Mega Man 5. They took 6 or 7 hits back there, but here it's only 3 or 4 hits. 4 of them. And I really should be using my Roadmaster weapons more. I keep forgetting, sorry. Oh. Oh, okay, so the explosion saved my life, otherwise I would have died. I completely forgot I didn't have the sound dash equipped. It's quickly becoming my favorite weapon to use. Especially because now I can just skip obstacles like that. Yeah, it's definitely becoming my most favorite weapon, next to the T-Wrecker. Trans-Wrecker. Oh no. I kind of made a mistake over there, but hey, at least I survived. Also, I don't know where this track came from, which game specifically. Must be another one of those original pieces not used in other fan games. Oh boy. I'm not even trying. There's no way I'm going to get that M-tank, especially with those explosives. Oh! Okay, we have the living axes back from Mega Man 10. I never really saw them used in another Mega Man fan game before, so that's nice. That's the ones from Blade Man's stage. And now we're on a train for some reason. Interesting. I'm not sure what the relation of trains are in Kunai Man stage, but hey, I'll take it. Oh, and the stunning is really useful, definitely, because I can stop respawning of enemies, I think. Sadly, I'll still take damage, so it's not as good as the Illuminati tape in Mega Man, Mega Man Squared of -1, where it could completely isolate enemies, or freeze them in place. or whatever the sleeping powder weapon was in Super Mega Man 3. And we're at the boss. Definitely going much smoother than the previous 3 stages, that's for sure. The previous 2 stages. Okay, what are ninjas weak against, or kunais? Let's try Haze. Oh, it works pretty well against him, actually. I'm not even paying attention to what's going on screen. Let's try this again. Because the Haze... What happened? Okay. That's the bug. The checkpoint is supposed to be right at the boss fight, not over here. Okay, that's definitely a glitch. There's supposed to be a checkpoint just in the boss quarter room, but apparently it disappeared. Alright, back at what should be the checkpoint. Let's finish this. Alright, actually let me try this. Oh, never mind. Mirage Bomb is his weakness. That's very strange. Because it can double hit him and does a lot of damage. Okay. So apparently Kunai Man has 2 weaknesses. His main weakness is the Mirage Bomb, and his secondary weakness is the Haze Shield. The Haze Shield will always stay up, and it does a reasonable 1 point of damage per invulnerability cycle. But the Mirage Bomb can hit him twice, and it does 2 points per hit. 1 for the initial hit, and the second for the lingering explosion. So that is definitely more useful. And if we go by this cycle, I suppose the other 7 Robot Masters, and probably the other bosses too, actually have secondary weaknesses as well. Which are nice. They don't deal as much as the primary weakness, but at least you have a fallback just in case you run out of weapon energy for the primary weakness. Alright, we have Dr. Wily's stages coming up. That'll be in the next part. So to summarize, the stages in the second pack of Roadmasters were of course more difficult. Sound Man wasn't too bad. Haze Man became a lot more difficult than what I anticipated, mainly due to the segment just before the checkpoint, being that a careful spike passageway where you have to use the fans, and just afterwards with those owls where you have to navigate through those spiky passageways. I made them a lot easier once I realized I had the sound dash, but if you went to this stage first, oh, it would have been so much more difficult. Mirage Man stage was nothing to write home about, it was just moving platforms, really. I couldn't even figure out why the stage was named after Mirages in the first place, considering none of the gimmicks were based off of illusions, other than the boss himself, who we can split. And Kunai Man's stage was taking place in supposedly Japan, and it ends on a train for some reason. And the checkpoint at the end is broken. So overall I like it, but I feel like Haze Man's stage did the best in terms of being a weather-based stage, although there weren't any haze-based or cloud-based obscuring gimmicks. I would have appreciated if there was a gimmick or enemies who would have obscured part of the screen and you have to wait or destroy them. Mirage Man having mirages, and Kunai Man, well, I think it's good enough there. Alright, so in the next part, as I just said, I'll be going after Dr. Wily. Thanks for watching, and have a nice day. Toodles!